What's going on, guys? It's Alex from PenPath here with a really cool video on launching a new product for your e-commerce store and a step-by-step framework to ensure success. The reason I'm making this video is because I recently talked to a customer of ours and she was looking to launch a new product and didn't really know what metrics to use and how to set up a foundational strategy. So here's exactly what we did for her and what we've seen work for other customers. So hopefully it can help you if you're right now looking to launch a new product to increase sales or exploring that possibility. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Essentially, when we were talking to her, we had to first help her understand what exactly was a good starting point for understanding what kind of product to launch. And so simply by ranking all of your products and understanding which products are driving the most net revenue and which products are getting the highest AOV is a really good starting point. And so once you understand, hey, in this example, let's just call it a 20 pastel pack for your art, that if you sell art supplies, you find out that 20 pastel pack is driving the most net revenue and highest AOV, or vice versa. You then want to look at another maybe metric is new customers and returning customers, because there's only two ways to increase revenue. You're either going to get more customers or you're going to make your customers worth more, right? So AOV, making them worth more, new customers. So look at the associated metrics with that product, and then I want you to go one layer deeper and look at LTV associated with that product if you're going down the new customer route, or purchase frequency if you're going down the returning customer route. So once you establish that, you're like, okay, now I'm kind of getting a better idea of what kind of product we're going to have to launch, or what kind of category of product we need to focus on. And this is a really important step. So nobody knows your business like you know your business. So make sure that you don't miss any important things that you may want to write down for this next step. So I'm going to actually use this little highlighter here. Hopefully you guys just follow along with my iPad here. So establishing your strategy, you're going to want to make sure you understand what's the segment of customer you're going after. So you're not just going after the same segment that you were already going after. What's the new segment? And so what you want to do is establish a pricing strategy for that segment, because your customers, maybe behavior is changing, maybe their preferences are changing, and this new product is going to address those changes, or new customers and their preferences. So just make sure you understand. So in this example, we're going to say that we're seeing that the recession or budgets are getting a little bit smaller for our customers, and so our best seller was a 20 pastel pack. We're going to launch a 10 pack of pastels to accommodate customers who don't want to spend the money for the 20 pack. So what we're going to look at is here's a few different pricing strategies that you're going to consider. Number one is upselling. So this is like if you were going from a 20 pack to a 40 pack, it's just getting a more premium, more expensive version of that product. You have downselling, so a more affordable option of your product with that costs less. And then lastly is you thinking about cross-selling. So we're going to sell a complementary product to something that's already working really well, maybe an accessory or whatever that might be. So make sure you pick whatever approach you're gonna take with your product launch. And so for us, we're going to go with downselling. We think that if we sell a 10 pack rather than 20, it's going to really help get that part of the market that's more budget conscious at the moment. Okay, so moving along, now what we want to do is understand our revenue that we can expect by launching this product. And how cool is that if you can go to your team and say, hey, this is what we're going to do, and this is the amount of revenue that we can reasonably estimate we're going to generate. So I want to show you how to do that. The first thing you're going to do here is establish how much traffic you're going to need to drive to your website and how you're going to drive that traffic. So how is the activity, how we're driving that traffic? And you can do influencers, all the stuff that I'm sure you're familiar with, organic social, paid social, whatever it might be. So we're going to focus on paid media efforts in this example. And what we're going to do is we're going to check our baselines and check our targets and set some targets. So for every step that we're going to take, I'm going to continue to do the same thing. baseline and target. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at that top seller that we initially discovered and help that guide us and give us a little bit of data on what it should be. Maybe there's another similar product that you think would be a better fit to set your baselines. Feel free to use that. But in this example, we're going to go off of that 20 pack that's selling really well, right? To launch our 10 pack. And so we looked at the paid media that we've run for the 20 pack, and we realized that for that we were typically generating clicks at about 80 cents per click for our paid media efforts on average. And so we're going to go to that agency or team member that's responsible, and we're going to say, hey, I need you to say, here's our budget of $1,600. Get 80 cents per click or that's going to be your target, and let's try to shoot for 2,000 clicks to this new product page, the product landing page, and hopefully they're able to follow and stay within that threshold. So then what you want to do is step 2 is how is that traffic going to convert? So you're driving these clicks, how is it going to convert? So what we're going to do here is look at page views from GA for the top selling product or product if you're choosing that's similar, and then how many orders you've gotten in that same time range, and that's going to be your conversion rate. Shopify and other platforms may already have conversion rate. However, we found that the GA page views seems to be the best metric for people that are actually viewing that product and then convert. So the conversion, of course, let me be specific, comes from your e-commerce platform. So if you're on Shopify, e-commerce orders and page views from GA for that product page, and that's your conversion rate. So if you have a 5% conversion rate in this example, then you take that that budget that you set with the clicks that you're targeting for 2,000 clicks in this situation, right? And then you're going to say, okay, at 5% conversion for 2,000, we're going to have 100 orders estimated for that time range. Now, I should have said earlier, but hopefully you can assume this, so that this budget is for the next month, right? So this is 100 orders in the next month. You make sure you have a time range for any time you do a target. It should go with a time range. So the next step is number 3 is what's going to be our AOV for how much is each customer, each of those orders that we're going to generate, how much is that going to be worth? So again, if you look at your baseline for your 20 pack of pastels, and that one's selling for 55, maybe you're going to shoot for 25 or 35, whatever that might be for the 10 pack. And so now you just got to do multiplication, 100 times 25 or 35. In this example, we're going to do 25. So we're going to generate $2,500 in incremental revenue that we wouldn't have gotten otherwise. So this is, incremental is always great because because of our efforts, we drove this much more revenue. And that's why it's so important to make sure you establish those targets, because now you can say, hey, this is going to be a healthy, estimation. And you're not always going to have perfect data, so use triangulation and these other products to hopefully get you there as close as possible. The 4th step is what's the ultimate outcome of that revenue, or these customers that you're going to bring in, or customers that are associated with this product. So if you went down the new customer route initially, so if you remember, we could have gone after new customers and we wanted to look at LTV. You can say that, let's just say these are 100 new customers that we're going to bring in, and our LTV for that best seller is let's just say $110. And we think that these new customers are going to be coming in and at $85 throughout their purchase history. So that would be how you establish a long-term view of that new product as well. It's not just that $2,500 you make. Maybe over the lifetime of that product, you're going to make this much more money. So in this situation, we're looking at $8,500 as the LTV for opportunity for this new product launch. So last but not least is just avoid cannibalization of that initial product. So make sure you go back and you check year-over-year sales for the time range that you're measuring this, the new product launch. make sure you're looking at new customers, make sure that that stays healthy, new customers generated by that that top selling product. Make sure you're looking at orders and conversion rate. So these should all stay in line year over year and pacing how your company's growing. And the new product that you launch, hopefully doesn't cannibalize, especially if it's more affordable, right? The top seller. Now, if you're going with the upselling strategy, then yeah, you would hope that a lot more people buy the 50 pack instead of the 20 pack. And so this is a way to simplify launching a new product with 5 easy steps that you can do to maximize your chances of success. Definitely let me know in the comments if you have anything that I might have missed, or if there's anything I can clarify. Like if you've enjoyed and gotten value from this video, and consider subscribing for more videos on scaling your e-commerce business with the help of your data. So until next time, I'm Alex with PenPath, and I'll talk to you later.